Okay. Hello everyone. Hi. Hello. It's your favorite programming error that just refuses to be fixed, CodeErr. And today I would like to welcome you all back to Minecraft. I'm already loading into the world, saving us some time, not too much idling on the title screen today. Yeah, hope everyone's having a decent day. Decent or maybe even better than decent. I made a backup of my world, which is good, because that's what we will need, presumably. I will also start up the playlist again. Hopefully we'll get some different tracks today. Enough waiting. Alright. You waited long enough. First things first. Will I ever get the fishing rod? Who knows? Anyway, as I said, I won't delay. I'm immediately doing the crafting session, and again, to play it extra safe. Well, actually, there's one more thing that I want to do before I jump and do the risky maneuver, and that is to quickly grab 3 dirt blocks or 3 saplings. I did say I wanted to get some more. Dirt. No, not coarse dirt. There we go. 3 dirt. And then actually, easier way to look it up. Transformation. 3 of those. That's what I need. Crafting my hello bones, hello. Your message in general, was that the one about the playlist? Because, yeah, I did start at a later track today. We'll see if that somehow works, but who knows. Culinary delight, mango salad, ooh, nice. Hope it's tasty. Sure hope it be tasty. Okay. So, this is one of the spots. Then over here. That's another spot. And then the last trans sapling should be over here. Okay, they're in place. Minus 350 and 30 is where I did it. Again, I want to be far away. And I want to use the exact coordinates I used in my test world, just to be extra sure it's gonna work. Because these coordinates worked in a copy of my world, and if the coordinates worked in a copy, one can assume these same coordinates should work in the actual world itself as well. So we'll do it right here. And if everything goes as intended, then not only will this pocket not interfere with my base, but it should be so incredibly far away from it that we're like 7,000? Yes! 7,000, almost 8,000 blocks away. There is no way this will ever interfere with my base building. Ever. Look at that. Also, it went a lot more smoothly than it did in my test world. When I did it in the copy, it lagged out like crazy when generating and teleporting me so far away. But it's now going basically instantly. Also, I just realized I forgot to bring a wrench. Not a problem, I'll take care of that in a second. But that's done now. That's an achievement unlocked. One of the most expensive achievements we'll ever get, probably. Okay, let's grab a wrench real quick. And now you might be wondering, oh, we still have a few lag spikes, but you might be wondering, how could it be that it went, that it didn't lag when it lagged when you tested it? There is a reason for that. I have a decent explanation as to why that may be the case. But first I gotta do some things up here. Deposit all of this. There is an e-chest up here, yep. Because I know that has a wrench in it. Alright, gotta go back out and grab the thingy. Hopefully these saplings won't take too long to grow. But yes, now we have a recursive pocket. You know what, I'll actually leave the crafting table over there. Because I think in case I ever decide, for some ungodly reason, to make another one of these, chances are I won't. But if I ever decide to do that, I'll use that same exact area over here to do it. But yeah, that's nearly 8,000 blocks away. There is no way that's ever gonna interfere with the building over here. There is no way in hell that that could ever happen. Don't fall down there. This one, yeah, this works. Also, while I am here, there we go. Whoa, that is not how that's supposed to work. Weird. I guess there's another mod that interferes with right-click harvest? Curious. It kept the ones I directly clicked on, so I guess I just gotta click each individual one by hand now if I don't want stuff to break. Huh. That is a bit tragic. Apparently cut was super effective. Oh, remember when you could use cut to actually get rid of tall grass in Pokemon? That used to be a thing. Say if I do it with my... Yeah, okay. If I just do it without holding the hoe, then I'll have to do it individually. But you know what? I still think this is faster. This is faster than having to replant everything. There we go. Okay. What if I just temporarily put the carrots in here? Again, I can technically just harvest everything right now because I do have the extra storage space. Haha. No, don't eat this stuff. Just harvest. Again, remember, carrots and potatoes are the most efficient crop for EMC currently. At least I'm pretty sure that they are. And I think I will actually just toss all of this into the machine. Actually, let's compare. What about sugarcane? How efficient is that in terms of EMC? Probably also pretty efficient, right? 2,000... Only half the efficiency, and I don't get nearly as big of a harvest from sugarcane. Okay, how about bamboo? Bamboo is probably very inefficient, considering bamboo is like a stick substitute, essentially. So I highly doubt it'll give me much. Again, it's been a while since I've actually gone here to properly harvest. But one of the reasons why I'm doing this now is because I realized that there's probably a lot of different crops here that I haven't put into the transmutation table yet. So how about I finally harvest? That way I can both get some more EMC and ensure that I have more stuff available in the transmutation table. Yeah, okay, this is the same value as sugarcane, so it's not a lot. By the way, those of you who are on the Discord might already know this, but I messed around a little bit in a test world, and I figured out a block palette that I think I like decently well for the project, for the, you know, the Waifu Hotel project. And the best part is, it's not even such an expensive block palette. I think the most expensive part will be the floor, because it's chiseled quartz. But the walls themselves are super cheap in terms of EMC. One single block for the wall costs 2 EMC. That's just, you know, the equivalent of 2 dirt blocks. So that's absolutely fantastic. Yep, knew it. Unlearned, and I assume this. No, sweet berries are learned. Okay, in that case I won't bother. But cactus is also learned. This is definitely already learned, right? Yeah. Not even gonna bother with the stuff back there. Anything else that really jumps out at me? And most of the stuff here will not be learnable. Kelp, maybe? That's also already learned, but you know what? Kelp is so quick to harvest. No wonder it's so cheap. No wonder it's such a cheap material. That gives barely any EMC. Plus, kelp is also one of those things that can be completely automated. In fact, I think any crop that grows like either adjacently, like pumpkins or melons, or straight up, like cacti or sugarcane, all of those can be completely automated, no problem. Anyway, let's put all of this away. And then I also eventually need to figure out where to put the enhanced dimensional pocket. I could carry it on me, but let's face it, it's gonna at some point be positioned somewhere in my base. Because the enhanced dimensional pocket will allow me to do something that I would not have been able to do otherwise. Yes, I did listen to that one. I did. Indeed. In fact, I'm pretty sure that that song was in an FNF mod that I already played. I Miss the Quiet and all of that. Pretty sure I played that in an FNF mod already. There we go. Let's put this pocket in a chest for the time being. I'll use it eventually. Probably to build a mob farm. Streamer arc is happening again? Oh boy. Well, don't worry about focusing on me. Because I am currently unsure of what my next step exactly should be. Because I don't think I feel comfortable starting on the waifu hotel project yet. I do think there's other stuff I should be prioritizing first. Though I am not sure what exactly. Let's see. Let's see what we can get. Oh, that would be expensive. Still have never found erbium, but who knows if I ever will. I wonder what will happen when all the tabs around here are filled. Like, eventually there won't be any room to place anything else around. Would then just start, like, going outwards, like stacking on top? Maybe. Oh yeah, right! I wanted to explain why it wasn't lagging when I jumped over, even though it was lagging in my test world, which was a copy of this world. There is an easy way to explain that. Let me first grab a sign. Oh, fascinating. The playlist is keeping up so far. It's doing a lot of Limbus Company tracks. We sure the shuffle is on? Anyway, I just turned it off and on again. We'll see if the shuffle does its job properly. Now, to explain my earlier point, we're gonna be taking a look at FerrtieCore. Did I spell that right? I think so. There it is. Boom. YouTube Shuffle is trash. It is, but I mean, so long as the playlist doesn't break right now, I'm happy. All right, we have FerrtieCore now, which is one of the optimizer mods that I feel like I should have added forever ago. In fact, there is another optimizer that further builds off of it and requires FerrtieCore to even work properly, and I feel like I'll add that one tomorrow. That's 2 optimizers added in that case, and I think after that, I'm ready to add something big. So there is that. Anyway, we have like one of the most expensive achievements here, the enhancements. Create a connector inside of a pocket. Obtain an enhanced dimensional energy cell. There's still quite a few things we can do in here. Dimensional elytra plate could sound useful. I mean, that's both elytra and chest plate in one. Why would I complain about something like that? Unstoppable. Earth Cruncher. How good are those dimensional tools? Oh god, they have a recharge. Do I have anything? Do I have any mods that can produce FE right now in the first place? I'm not sure. I don't think I have anything that can produce FE currently. So I guess those tools are currently useless. Right. Again, let us think though. There's so much to do still. I mean, we could just go out exploring to see if we can find different wood types we're missing. Or, you know, go mining because... Let's face it, we used... if we're gonna make more of the dimensional stuff in the future, we're gonna need more dimensional shards. Will it ever go to the same extreme as what we did last time? Probably not. But it probably wouldn't hurt to mine some of them anyway. So I guess maybe we will do a mining session. I would also like to point out something, and that is, you know how the stuff in the... How Biomes O' Plenty, I believe it was, is super broken in the end dimension, and doesn't generate trees or anything? It hasn't been updated in a long time, which I think means I could have accessed the newest update before, but I remember when I first tried to update to a newer version, it just broke even more. But here's the thing, there's a new Forge version available as well. You think maybe if I update my Forge version as well as update Biomes O' Plenty, you think then maybe it'll work properly? But then again, you'd think it would tell me if Forge wasn't up to date enough or something. Just some food, nothing too out of the ordinary here. I do believe this area will also maybe have a Wilden Horn. That is new. Mana regen potion, sure. Diamond Horse armor has a lot of EMC value, it's worth taking for that alone. You know what, it might be faster to just... There. That's faster. I know that's how you plunder. Sometimes it is all about the efficiency. Isn't there normally a button next to these doors? Oh, I guess I could just go around. Hey, why are you jumping? Oh, hey, this is the side where that one really scary mob was a while ago. Like last time when I looked across. But apparently this area is partially explored. Right? I assume this was that side. No? Yes, yes, I hear you. What? Oh! Nice hiding spot. Inside the spider web. They're doing a great job falling. Also, I'm getting shot. Yeah, I really would have thought they'd hide something around the corner here. I guess I didn't check this way. Aha! What do we have? Growth and efficiency and mana regen. Okay. I don't know what growth could possibly do. Like, what could that enchantment do? Again, there's a lot of stuff I still gotta figure out. Because there's quite a few new enchantments added now. Which, by the way, also increases the amount of enchantments I need on the perfect fishing rod that I'm going for. Up until now, when it came to the perfect fishing rod, I only needed Luck of the Sea 3, Unbreaking 3, Lure 3, and Mending. And now I know there's an enchantment that gives more EXP, so... Backstabbing 2 Depth Strider. Mystical Enlightenment, okay. I know there's some kind of EXP enchantment. I saw that pop up at some point. So I definitely need that on that superior fishing rod that I want as well. An absolute must-have. Oh, there you are. Okay, you appear to be a bit stuck. Okay, let's put this away, I think. Lots of paper and books. Punch and growth, loyalty. Again, I don't know what growth could do. Ah! Let me spawn proof this. Okay, now I do believe there was one more chest that I missed downstairs. That was like on top of a bookshelf. Now where was that? I'm very confident I saw one on a bookshelf and I didn't grab it. There you are. Oh, it's just... it's nothing. Bit tragic. What was that? I mean, other than weird. Hello, creeper. Oh, there's two chests up here, actually. How's your hi, Shadow Skulls? Hello. Okay, that zombie's very close. Probably right behind that door. Yup. What a surprise. How did you know the zombie would be right behind that door? Wall hacks. Oh no, not these guys. Definitely need to disarm that spawner. Because otherwise this is gonna be a problem. Wait, where's the spawner? There it is. Yeah, these are a threat. Oh, polished andesite is unlearned. Ooh, and I can't make smooth stone slabs, so I guess I'll take those with me. That sound. That's a witch. Also, I think lanterns. Yep. Haven't learned lantern yet, so I'll grab one. Where is the witch? Well, let's look over here. That's a lot of creepers. It's a good thing they can't attack me. Those things! Okay. Speaking of those things, we have another spawner in here. You need to go because you're gonna be in the way otherwise. Okay. Quickly, there we go. Can't allow this thing to become a problem. Okay, let's put all of this away. And source gem. Okay, there is some new stuff here. You know what? Once again, I'll do it the fast way. Glow trap. Okay, interesting. Iron horse armor is unlearned. I only had gold and diamond, not iron yet, so that's good. That's something new. I like when I get something new. There was nothing down here. Dun, dun. I guess I never checked here, but there is nothing here, so it doesn't even matter. Okay, so we cross back through here, and then we get back on track. Yup, Lectern is unlearned. Good thing I checked, had a feeling. Is that the red list? Where's that beat? By the way, let me... Whoop. Just move some stuff around a little bit. There we go. Because I wasn't able to see the track names up until now. Also, I do believe... Yep. I believed correctly. Again, anything that I don't need to craft, I appreciate. Oh yeah, I found a bedroom. Once again, we'll do it the fast way. Okay. Empty out the enemy barracks. And I don't think I have gray beds yet. Yep, still unlearned. So they're getting yoinked. Actually, hang on. Okay, I don't need to carry the fence on me, but the wall was new indeed. I think I've basically explored everything in here now, probably. Oh, hey, lava. Probably came up this way. Apparently I didn't fully explore down here. Okay. Time to fix that. So, chicken nuggets have been consumed. I hope it was as tasty as I think it was. Anything hidden in the ceiling again? Yep. Oh, that leads back to this room, okay. Dead end. Okay, not quite a dead end. Okay, but that leads back to familiar territory again. And back into the central room. Okay, any path... Does any path here look like I haven't gone there yet? I guess this way. Whoa. This is a very open area. What are we up to right now? Currently, I'm not actually sure. Come on. Yes, yes. And that killed the creeper. Perfect. That is what I wanted initially. I think that's all music this guy already have, though. Which is tragic. Okay. One solid hit. Let's get the other one, too. Okay. Now, where is that skeleton? You can't tell me they... Did they both die at the same time? I guess they both died at exactly the same time. Huh. Well, so much for that. It is a music disc I already have. Again, though, music discs give decent EMC value, so I'll take it. There we go, what did I get? Another glow trap, okay. Okay, I already have an antidote vessel, so don't need that. And I do have the superstitious hat as well, right? Yeah. So those are not necessary to equip. It was one of them. Okay. Good. That needs to be disabled. These things, as I keep saying, are a massive threat. Oh, hey, a diamond! I'm really filling up my inventory here. I guess it's a pretty productive trip. But I think... basically checked everything over here now. That's a door that leads nowhere. That's a door that leads back. And that corridor just ends. Okay, cleared out this entire area. Okay, I've definitely gone over here. Yeah. Yep. All of that is already explored and emptied. I've gone over this way, it seems. Door that leads into a wall, perfect. Yeah, and in that case, this is all emptied. Okay. I do believe that's everything there is to gain here. Which means... we're going back to base. And it's time to drop a few things into the thingy. Drop things into the thingy. Let's see what we got. It's a bit sad that source gems can't be put in there. I would love if that was possible. Artifacts are also not possible to be put in there. Tragic. Okay, what else? Basically just gonna deposit everything I can. Last stand. There are some interesting achievements I have no clue of. Not achievements. Some interesting enchantments that I have no real clue about currently. Anyway, we're gonna learn a few new things again. Okay, that should be the last batch of stuff that I can deposit. Okay. So everything else I have to actually put in storage somewhere. Potions go in the kitchen. This comes back here. Walden spike. I'm not sure where these Walden things go again, but I'll figure that out. I know where the stuff goes, and the stone slabs. Okay. I think everything that I'm unsure about I just had back here. Well, that's the meat stuff. Just drop it below the meat, I guess. Slabs. Source gem. That's important. That should go over here somewhere. I guess this is as good a place as any. Lots of mana regen potions. Right, the artifacts. I had an artifact chest somewhere. There it is. There it is. Right, don't I have more slots than I thought? No. Not on the shoes, apparently. Also, I don't want to overdo it on the artifacts because I know there's a... because I know when I die I'll have to re-equip them all, and that's gonna be all the more annoying the more artifacts I have equipped. Okay, warp scrolls. I think I had them over here. Yes. Special arrows. And then all the mana regen potions. At this point, mana regen gets its own little section. Okay. That's everything sorted. What did I say I would do? Alright, mining. We wanted to do mining. Which means I still think we should go from the stronghold. Okay. That's a lot of red. Is that still from the dungeon? Must be. Still, that looks weird to me. Must be carpet from the dungeon, but it blends in with the cave so much that I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, there is a cave if we go basically this way. Right, that should mean we are basically breaking through into a cave. Yep, we sure are. Where are you going? Don't you see me? Now you see me. I just realized my sword is almost broken. Probably not the best idea to do this without getting a new weapon. But oh well. I'm already here, so we're going. Well, that's a sudden mood switch. Okay, random vines. Sure. Oh, there was more. And we are now underneath the stronghold. Hey! We're actually very close to our Wavestone and the portal room. Huh, funny. Anyway, so if I go over here and go into this dead end, and then just dig straight for a little bit. Oh no, yeah, this has to be part of the stronghold that I just can barely see there. Any other caves nearby? There should be more cave over this way. So if I just break through here. Well, clearly it's not that easy. The cave must be a little bit lower in that case. Yep, sure is. That's why it's red. It has nothing to do with carpet. Good. I much prefer to find something new, such as a mine shaft underneath the stronghold. I like it. A mushroom mineshaft going straight through a lush cave? Couldn't ask for anything better. There we go. Whoa. It's a little bit wet in here. Oh no, I know what this is. Yeah, I am standing on top of a cave spider spawner. I'm not going in there right now. I hate those things. Wait, that means... that should lead to the top. That should lead back to the surface. Carpet. Okay, let's have a look around the main track. Oh! Aha! Well, that's always fun. And that's another cave spider spawner. Excuse me, did this tunnel break a geode? I think there was supposed to be a geode there. And this mineshaft just completely destroyed that. Whoa. Is that part of the... must be part of the stronghold. Huh. Anyway, I need torches, which means I need wood. Maybe there's some over here. No. Maybe there's some in here. No. Whoa! Okay, it's not just me, right? This looks amazing. Are you a mimic? No, you're a Jess. Very lush. Very lush cavey indeed. Whoops. Well, it wasn't a mimic. I never put all the books away. It's the fungal. It is the fungal. I like the fungal. All right. More ore. Why so many creepers? Why bat stupid? Wow, thanks for showing me the way to this gold deposit. Appreciate it. You can go now. I wonder. Ah, no. Glowing moss carpets, unlike regular moss carpets, cannot be converted into EMC. That is a little sad. Sure would be nice to be able to get an infinite supply of it. Okay, what do we have over here? Are you? You are! You didn't fool me, mimic! Charm of sinking. Again, taking the mine cards, they're decent for EMC value, I guess. Coal deposit. Sure, why not? Would have preferred basically any other ore, but I mean, coal doesn't hurt either. Okay, that doesn't really lead anywhere. What about this way? Hey! Fool, you can't get in here. And you're stuck in a web. Truly tragic. Wait, isn't this the... Oh, is this another main passageway? No, it's the same one. Huh. So I guess I circled around. Interesting. I didn't want to circle around yet. I want to see more. Excuse me, but is that... Yeah, no, that... Is that the silverfish room even? That would... Because the silverfish room I remember connected to a small cave directly behind it. Huh. Okay. Stop it. That's quite a few skeletons over here. And what are you? Oh, you're one of these things. You have ore. Damn it. Yes, okay, they all kill each other. Let's see if I can achieve the same thing over here. There we go. And surprisingly, the one without enchantments won. You think I should maybe... Again, I definitely need to do mining as well, but... You think I should maybe take the time to... Damn. Oh, you know what? Ah, no, never mind, I put my ammo away. Why do I have the staff on me but didn't take any ammo? But yeah, maybe I should prioritize... unlocking all the different transmutations. Or, well, I can't realistically be expected to unlock all of them, but as many as possible. Also, by the way... Yeah, no, I also have regular Deep Slate unlocked. So now season... the battle teams. I did not fight them yet, but I think it's still... I mean, I fought one. I fought one of them. But yeah, I think it's okay to add them to the playlist. Dum-dum-dum-dum. How good is gold for this stuff anyway? 2,000 each. That ain't too bad. Also, that is a geode there. Yep. The tunnel absolutely tried to generate and interrupted a geode. Sad. Curious. Really? Just let me do my thing, come on. Oh, and then you're gonna surround me, really? Now can I get back to mining in peace? Yeah, it does do that right now, but unlike before, the playlist isn't breaking, which I do appreciate. Oh, and that's the cave spider room, isn't it? Yeah. Yikes. Not much I can do over here. Hang on, let me check something real quick. It does have an EMC value. Does that mean I can get it with Silk Touch? No. Shears? Yes. Might as well. There we go. Now, I gotta get back up, I guess. Okay, there's still some more over here. I guess I could try going into the cave up there. I assume this loops around. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Damn it. Screw fall damage. You are that same creature that I was scared of previously. Yeah, it does repeat stuff, doesn't it? I'll jump to a different spot in the playlist. Honestly, you'd think it wouldn't play tracks twice already. You'd think that if it has played a track already, it would select a different one. How about we jump... Alright, how about we jump straight to an FNF track? The good stuff, you know. Yeah, that's that room, okay. So that cave definitely just led somewhere I already was. Which is fine. But there was more up here. Right? No? Yes? Yes. But that also just leads back. Yeah. Hey, you wanna do me a favor and die real quick? Hang on, I need to check. Oh, I'm sorry, little one. Ah, and now we're back to the center, okay. Dun-dun-dun. You know what? I'm curious. This should lead, theoretically at least, this should lead back to the surface. So let's have a look. We're at deep slate level, so this is gonna be a long ladder. I also don't like how the ladder is opposite from the entryway normally, and I think that's the same here again. Like, what kind of design decision is that? You make it to the top and then you gotta jump across? Yup. That's the surface, alright. And that's the church thing. How did I not see this cave entrance? Or did I and I just forgot about it already? Yep. Yep. You know, just to have it. What about these? Ah, Lily of the Valley I already have. Ooh, but these... Yeah, Pink Daffodil, absolutely. Pretty sure I have these already? Yeah. I'm honestly just strolling about now. I'll return to base soon. Just want to have a quick look around. You know how it is. What about seagrass? Haha! That is new, okay. Regular tall grass? Probably have that already, yeah. Okay, yeah. Already have the squid. Okay. I think I'm good. Hang on, let me check real quick. I probably have these leaves already. Can I not? Wait, there we go. Yeah, have them already. Random underwater cave, do not care. And now we're back over here again. Already learned that. I already grabbed a soul lantern, so I know for a fact I learned this by now. But you know what? Yeah! Yoinking that. Oh, thank you for the follow! Thank you so much! Oh my god, what was it? Katon? I'm sorry, I haven't looked at the pronunciation properly. How's it going? Okay, yeah, I definitely plundered this area already. Anyway, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Alright, time to go back. Back home. I have so much stuff to deposit now. Kathon. Okay. Just finished work? Ah. So you now have time to relax, unwind, I hope. Glad to hear. Well, I just went mining for a little bit because I just had some very expensive stuff that I had to make, so yeah. Alright, putting all of this in here. Nice. Alright, glowworm silk doesn't go in the transmutation table. That is sad, but I'll throw in everything I can. Because most of these things go in the transmutation table, thankfully. Okay. EMC value slowly ticking up. Yeah, that can go in, that goes in there. The moss, obviously, mushroom clay. Ooh, that's even fletching table. I haven't even put that in before. Neither have I put a furnace. Okay, there's so much stuff I haven't put in there yet, apparently. Okay, but that's basically everything. Yeah. Learned so much new stuff, and we're almost up to 1 million EMC again. So to quickly explain what this thing does, the transmutation table that I love so much. Once I put something in the transmutation table, I can make it in the transmutation table at the cost of EMC. And each item has a lot of items have a certain amount of EMC assigned to them. And basically, say for example, I want to make a diamond block. Then I just need to sacrifice 73,000 EMC. A dirt block is worth 1 EMC for reference. So if I have 73,000 dirt blocks lying around, I could make a diamond block here. Just like that. Let's see. So yeah, I definitely, once I made the transmutation table, I was immediately in love. It is just so very useful. But yeah, it can't produce anything. It can't produce everything, sadly. Most things that come from mods don't have an EMC value assigned to them. But some things do. Some things do have EMC value, which is very nice. Usually every single wood type, even from mods, does have an EMC value. Put all my experience away, so I can't lose that. I still have to think about how I'm gonna expand my base. I also needed to grab a new weapon. Right, that's important. Because I've been using my axe to fight for a while now. Also, what else do I have in here? Ah, right. All of this stuff needs to go as well. Wait, no, that wouldn't go in tools. Weaponry is here. Let's put the shields in. And I do have more giant swords. Got night vision goggles? Yup. I do, though it does make it annoying sometimes when I go into a cave and I'm never sure which areas are dark or lit up. Because to me everything just appears to be lit up. Which makes spawn proofing, yeah, suboptimal. Still, usually mobs aren't too much of a threat anyway, so it is fine. Okay, Inferium Essence. There we go. I'm honestly thinking about adding ice and fire at some point. I'm still a little bit scared of ice and fire, but I think I should be somewhat safe to manage it. Though I can never be too sure. One can never be too sure when it comes to ice and fire. I don't want to wander along the coastline and suddenly be called out by a siren. They are a menace. Alright, I'm gonna, once again, I normally don't, like this is entirely an interior base, but I need to check. No, they aren't ready yet, probably because I barely spend time in here currently. Then let me at least turn into, there we go, much better. She has more health than a player character. I like having the extra health provided by playing as better characters. Okay. Should I go exploring again? I think I haven't gone exploring in a while. Just wandering around, seeing what I can find. Maybe find some new flower types I haven't obtained yet. You like me and die a million times a day, no big deal. To be fair, if I did die a million times a day, I would not have to worry about food at all. That is definitely something. Oh yeah, right. Remember the super annoying, tedious project that I talked about when I swung by? It is the staircase that is gonna be the centerpiece of my base. Allow me to walk up this staircase once, and you'll see how annoying it might have been to construct. Just the building process alone. Just the building process alone, to say nothing of the material gathering. Because this thing is massive, and I definitely spent way too much time on making this thing. And I'm not sure I will ever need to use all the floors that it offers. However, if I ever need this many floors, I have them. Yeah, it doesn't really go any higher than that in this world. The horror of the construction, it took so long. And hey, 4 beacons in the middle, because I need my power-ups in my home base. Yep, it's not just 1 beacon, it's 4. So I can have 4 different effects applied at the same time. Haste 2, Strength 2, Speed 2, Regeneration, and Jump Boost. So that's 1 beacon, that's 1 beacon, that's 1 beacon, and then the other beacon gives regen and jump boost 1. Because you can't, sadly you can't set up a beacon to give you regen 2. It can only ever give you regen 1 and 1 other status effect of your choice, so I went with jump boost. Because why not? But yeah, that's what my base looks like from a bird's eye point of view. It looks very clunky from the outside, but you're not ever supposed to see it from the outside. It's purely an interior base because it's in a pocket dimension. There is nothing outside of this base. It's just blank void. Just blank void outside. I wonder when I'll think about expanding my farm again. The farm expansions are usually very long processes. Not like my farm isn't big enough already, but Anyway, exploring, right. Yeah, I think I'll start my exploration from the stronghold. I could do end exploration, but I don't really think that's what I want to do right now. So I think my passageway into the cave was over here. Oh yeah, by the way, if all the mods, I assume it does have it, but if it has the Waystones mod, right? Like, Waystones, absolute must-have if you're doing a lot of exploration. These things are so good. I mean, they have the side effect of if you activate one, it'll automatically put a waypoint on your minimap, whichever minimap that is. But you can also use them to teleport, which is so useful if you're doing a lot of exploration. It is so useful. Okay, the fastest way to get to the surface was... if I go in here... where was it? No, not this way. But yeah, JRPG ship is fine too. There was a cave somewhere around here, right? This way? Where was it? Okay, so... over here. A left turn this way. This way, that's where it was. Fastest way to the surface, and I am a dingus. I dug through somewhere. Just need to find it. Did I kill one of you yet? I mean, it would be nice if you held still so I could kill you. That is a lot of drops from one fish. Ah, there it is. Perfect, the mine shaft. Does? Nice. Now, waystones are a little bit expensive to make at times, but you can also find them randomly in the world. So if you go out exploring, chances are you'll stumble across a waystone eventually. And you can either activate it where it is, or you can break it and take it with you. If you activate it where it is, it'll usually have a name already. Like, usually you can find waystones in villages from my personal experience. And they'll usually have some kind of weird, strange, odd name. Probably the name the village is supposed to have, I don't know. Look at that, I wanted to just go exploring, yet here I am mining again. How about I don't do that? Might as well fill up my water bucket again. Okay. This should be the central passageway. Which means, I believe this way was the ladder. Found it! We're good, we're good, we can go explore. Once we make it to the top. Which will probably take a minute. Because we are at Deep Slate level. But still, I'd rather do this than go all the way to spawn. Because if I went to world spawn, it would take a while to, you know, actually go somewhere where I can properly explore. I like this. I like these new mine shafts. Don't get me wrong, the vanilla mine shafts are already pretty nice. But the improved mine shafts that have like these different varieties where you can get like a mushroom mine shaft, they're so cool, so much cooler. Okay. Now, which way to go? I guess I could enter this little unexplored area over here. Sure, why not? Let's enter here and see if there's any chance something new generates. Also, there's a decent chance I never checked this nether portal because it's... I feel like there would have been more uncovered if I checked it out. So let's head east. And see what I can find. This is basically nothing. I mean, I could get some... Actually, I haven't put oxidized copper into my thingy yet. So that is a new discovery. Actually, same for the terracotta, probably. No, I have already put that in. But what about this one? White terracotta is new. Okay. Beautiful stuff for my transmutation table. Again, is the playlist looping the same tracks again? I set it to another spot and it's doing its thing again. Weird. Very weird. Let me go to a different spot in the playlist again, hoping that it'll actually select different tracks. How about we go to somewhere in the late 700s, sure. You feeling up for some Toho tracks? I guess so. Maybe your queue is looped? Nah, it's YouTube playlists being weird. YouTube playlists have a habit where the shuffle only selects a certain number of tracks and then shuffles between them over and over again. Hello? Oh, and a tree. Big tree, too. Hey, guess I gotta cross here if I want to get to these new areas. So, here we go. Not very optimized. Yeah, YouTube playlists are an enigma. Can I turn these into EMC? Nope, lush dirt is not convertible into EMC. That is tragic. Is that a new flower type I spy? It is, and I can produce it. Perfect. What about this? Also new flower type. I'm just out here collecting flowers, because why not? Let me collect flowers. You never know when they'll come in handy for decorations. And they're cheap to make, only 16 EMC. Pretty sure I have already obtained pot soul, right? Yeah, figures. Wait. Shears can't cut these leaves? That's weird. Silk touch? No? Okay, those leaves are unobtainable, apparently. Weird. Sometimes smell the roses once in a while? Exactly. You just gotta. What about this shrubbery here? Sprout cannot be. Okay. What do we have here? Like a little stone plateau? Okay. Interesting, interesting. Not much of anything here. I guess I'll head towards that nether portal. What it would be called? I have no clue what it could be called. None in the slightest. Let's see. Oh, sunflowers. Not sure if I have those yet. Ah, of course I do. Okay, when generating new terrain, it still stutters sometimes a little bit. I think there's mods that specifically optimize terrain generation, so I definitely have to add one of those sooner or later. Again, optimization will happen. We will do more optimization, don't you worry. Again, tomorrow's mod is also one for optimization, but as for terrain generation, I know there's mods out there that can specifically optimize that, but I don't know which ones those would be. Red tulip? Probably have this already. Pink tulip, yep. White one probably also, yep. All those tulips already obtained. Okay, where is the portal? Over here? I think I'm running straight to it now. Yep. Okay, what do you have? Tablet of Flight? Tablet used for rituals. Okay, I'm still finding stuff I have no clue about, which is always nice. I love to find stuff. I still didn't... When will I ever empty out all the different books? When will I remember to do that? Would be a shame not to grab you. That's a lot of EMC. Okay, that just leads to the ocean. I mean, I could make a boat and go traveling across. But should I? Where does that ocean lead? There is a village over here that I was definitely already at. Another village up there. Or I could once again travel south, cross over here. That would just be a little bit of swimming. Or I could see if there's something down here. There's some kind of structure over here that I don't think I've visited yet. I mean, that works. And there's some kind of structure here that I don't think I've visited yet. Let's go along the coast and check that out. Who knows, it might have some good loot for us. But also... Again, it's free EMC. Look at me running around with 3 different pickaxes in my hotbar like a crazy person. And each one with its own use. Also, auto-smelting is such a fun enchantment to have. I love being able to mine ore and just getting the ingots right away. Running around at the speed of pickaxes? But why? What would the speed of a pickaxe be, logically speaking? I feel like that speed would depend entirely on how fast the person in question could swing the pickaxe. Ah! Waystone! I don't see a need to activate that one, honestly. I think I'll just take it with me. There isn't anything of importance here that I would want to teleport to. Better to grab it and use it myself somewhere else. Plus, even if I don't use it, waystones cost so much EMC. It would be a waste to leave it behind. Like, this is just a gold mine. How much is it? 20k EMC from us. Actually, that's about a little bit more than a gold block. Alright, phantoms. That's what you get. Set yourself on fire. Alright, moving on. I wonder how many phantom attacks I'll have to deal with this time. Probably too many. Also, that is a lot of copper ore. Let's see if I can find that strange structure. Looks like some kind of ruin on the map. So it probably is some kind of ruin. But what will it contain? How about we go there and just find out? Have I mentioned how much I love the giant sword? That was my chest plate, wasn't it? Yep, that was absolutely my chest plate. Oh no. Great, where are you? Oh great, and it's 3 of them too. At least it should be done relatively quickly. There we go. Let me check something real quick. Don't have palm saplings yet. So I guess I should chop this thing down and hope for saplings. Again? I just took care of you! You can't send the next batch already! Also, unlucky, not a single sapling dropped. Okay. What do we have here? Orange autumn leaves. Let's grab some red autumn leaves. Oh no, maple leaves. Orange autumn leaves and maple leaves. Okay. Yellow autumn leaves. Does that mean unique sapling type? It sure does. Probably same for the birch in that case. Again, if I can collect more different tree types, I'm gonna be happy. See, the journey was already worth it. I unlocked 2 new tree types. There's quite a lot of zombies around here, it seems. Oh god, that's 2 of the little ones. No, 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 no. I'm playing it safe here. New flower type? Ah, nope, not new. What about these mushrooms? Toadstool can create that. Good. Tall lavender is new though. Didn't have that yet. The annoying part of this area is that all the mobs will just hide in the lavender. At least the smaller ones are gonna be super annoying because of that. Flowering oak leaves. Is that... hang on. Is that its own tree type? Come on, man. I just want to check some stuff, okay? Yeah, flowering oak. Ah, but I already have it. Okay. Never mind. We're good. We're good. We're good. I already have that. Ooh. There's another palm tree. Please, oh pretty please, give me sapling. What about these things, by the way? Dune grass. Okay, nope. Can't make that. What about these? Oh, hang on. Sea oats. Also nothing. Okay. Come on, sapling. Please and thank you. Yes! Got one. All I need is one and I can make infinite of them. As long as I have enough EMC. Putting all that stuff away. There we go. Okay, shouldn't be too much longer now. I think the ruin should show up on the map any second now. Right. Oh right, there's that area. Completely forgot that that existed. Hang on. Okay, I already have that. Obviously. The different chicken types are not different stuff. Okay. Let's swing by that structure, I guess. Or forest. Let's check the map again. I missed it! I walked past where I wanted to go. Well, at this point, I might as well check over here. And then go back. Right. Yes. Already obtained. Really don't need Silk Touch on hand right now. Purple. Yep. Tall. Yep. Tall pink. Yep. Ooh, what about this? Nope. Can't get that one. Oops, accidentally got two. Blue spruce. Blue spruce. Do I have that? Whoops. Let me check. Blues. Not blue. Not brew. I can't type anymore. Blue. Spruce. And I don't have it yet. Okay. So we're chopping you in hopes of getting the sapling. Oh yeah, I got a few. I even picked up a Skyrus sapling, which I didn't have yet. That was entirely unintentional, but I'll take it. Also, these flowers are very colorful. Foxglove. Well, if I didn't have this tree type yet, that definitely means I also didn't have the leaves yet. So there we go. Skyrus leaves. You have flowering leaves too, right? Ah, no, that just gives me the regular ones. Okay. I mean, I already obtained the sapling. Should I chop down a tree anyway? Don't see a need to right now. I have the leaves, I have the sapling, we're moving on. And by moving on, I mean we're moving back, because apparently I missed my stop while traveling south. I wanted to check out that strange ruin. And so I'm gonna check out that ruin. I will not be stopped. But seriously though, how did I miss it? I guess I wasn't looking at the map at that moment. Yep, there it is. Should be entirely unmissable if you just look. It's right next to... Yeah, it was in this area where I was complaining about monster attacks. How did I not see... I guess it was a little bit further inward. Well, let's see what's up with that. What is this ruin all about? Has a nice little plateau for itself here. Oh, and it definitely has an underground structure to it. Look at this! Oh, it even has a window! Oh, that's witches. Oh, there's witches in there. Oh no. Oh yeah, I think I've seen a ruin like this before. I've seen a ruin like this before, but it was partially submerged, right? Anyway, absolutely taking the lapis. And what do we have here? I'll play it safe and use Silk Touch. Chiseled bone bricks. Interesting. Level 3 ruin. It's a level 3 ruin, huh? Do I go in or nah? I think not without torches. So how about... I use this as a temp waystone. Now I have a temp waystone. Home base. Okay, so here's the plan. We need a new chest plate and we need a ton of torches. We might as well also empty out our bag. And then we're going into the level 3 ruin. Hope that sounds manageable. Let's first just grab stuff I can actually convert. And this time I also gotta remember to deposit the books upstairs. Okay, that's everything I can put in here. Finally, we have over 1 million EMC again. Let's grab 2 stacks of torches. That should be plenty. And everything else goes into storage. Okay. 2 mana potions, they belong in the kitchen. Because where else would you refill mana if not the kitchen? And I think this tablet... I think this tablet, I don't know where that should belong. Mysterious artifacts like that usually would belong in the library, I think. So we'll put it there. After all, I gotta go here anyway. Okay. Next up, chest plate. Should have a few different chest plates in storage. So I can just grab anything from there. I'm honestly pleasantly surprised the playlist hasn't broken today. Okay. Steel leaf is objectively better than ironwood. So I should go for that. Now I'm wearing a full steel leaf set. Still gotta wait for the cooldown, because I can't exit this base currently, because I did not actually set up my thingy outside. I have to, because I used the waystone to teleport in here, I cannot exit now. After all, the actual exit point is still inside. So I guess I could just chill on my quote-unquote couch and watch quote-unquote TV. As you do, as you do. I wonder, should I use tomorrow to get started on the Waifu Craft Hotel? Not Waifu Craft, the Waifu Hotel project? Maybe. Maybe I should get started on the Waifu Hotel project. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to get started. It is really just a matter of time. Okay. We're going in. Absolutely hate the fact that there's witches in here. Because poison is not fun. Okay, a zombie and a witch saw me. Okay, that's one witch down. Husk. Okay. Oh, I haven't killed a husk up until now. I saw at least 2 witches when looking in through the window, and I still hear another witch, so I'm definitely not safe currently. Should I just run in? Go. Charge! Oh god, that's a lot of them. Oh, that's way too many. Quick, light, light, light! Get as much light in here as possible. Lower their spawn rates as much as I can. Even if I can't spawn-proof everything properly currently, at least make it as hard as possible for backup to spawn. Okay. Now to deal with these stragglers. Okay. Spawn-proofing time. Okay, that's one witch spawner disabled. And that's a zombie spawner disabled. Make sure I check everything. Aha! Oh, that's a double! We got a double. How fun. At least it's double... Oh, it's zombie and husk. Okay. Not the biggest threat, but absolutely securing that one. Okay. Okay. This floor is safe, I think. First floor cleared. Now let's see what we got. Nothing too valuable yet, I guess. Again, though, we are on the first floor, so obviously the more valuable stuff is probably gonna be further down. One would assume. There definitely are some more witches further down as well. I see the tripwire. Ooh, hello. Whoa. Well, that's also one way to go down. Wonder how that anvil didn't fall. Okay. That's half a stack of torches used up. And I haven't even advanced a floor yet. Okay. Lingering potions, huh? There we go. Yeah, lingering potions, fun. The noises just keep getting louder. The longer I take up here, the more time I allow them to spawn. Which is certainly not optimal. Jesus. There's so many, they're already coming up. Honestly though, I appreciate them coming to me. That's actually nicer, because the more of them come up, the less I'll have to worry about when I go down. I'm just worried about the witches. Channeling! Ooh, that's a good one. God, that's... There's gonna be so many of them down there. But I can retreat anytime. I can retreat anytime. It's a more open area, which is not exactly bad. Ooh, I can see a cave there. Fun. Why are you up there? Oh, apparently I was lucky. I didn't even notice. Okay, let's make sure that this front passageway is lit up. Okay, this door is about to be busted open. So I guess we'll have to... Oh my god, that's so many! What's with that giant flood coming out? Let's lead them up to split them up a little bit more. There you go. Come up in a nice orderly queue. Form a line, everyone. Form a line. Okay, I can see the witch. Wasn't there also a skeleton? Anyway. Oh yeah, there they are. Yes. Perfect. Come on, shoot. There we go. That's one less problem to worry about. Now. Spawner located. Oh, that's why there was so much coming out of here. Did you see that? 2 spawners in this little cell. No wonder. Okay, let's check around this corner. Wonderful sounds, and that'd be Vindication. Ah. Vindication ain't easy, to be fair. So even if it was with mechanics off still, congratulations on beating that. Oh, disable that. Disable. There we go. Grab everything I can. Okay, that's the side cleared. Let's check in here. Okay, that's a dead end immediately. Okay, so now all that's left is opening all these doors, which I already know when I open a door, they're gonna come flooding out. Go, go, go. Oh, that's 2 baby zombies. Nope, 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 nope. I don't want to deal with 2 little ones and the witches. You're gonna come up here, so I can handle you and then go back down. I hear a lot of damage. Are the witches getting into trouble? Oh, thanks for coming up. That's 1 less to worry about. Oh. Okay, another one. And there comes another one. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, move, move, move. Okay. Hello? Okay, I'm in. Quick, disable the spawner. I think that was the only spawner in here. Oh, great. There's still 2 of them running around. 3 of them. Any more? Any more of you hiding around here somewhere? Hiding around corners? Or did I get you all? I think I got them all. Okay. Thankfully, that's another spawner disabled. 2 more doors left. Let's check what we... Actually, did I ever check out the chest in here? Oh, right, I can't because the ceiling's in the way. I guess I'll open the chests after I'm done clearing this area out. Alright, ready for the next door? You know what? Just rushing in like that might actually be the best solution. Just open the door and charge in. Don't give them a chance to get out. Okay, 1 door left. I'll allow myself time to recover first and check the chests. It really isn't as amazing of a loot table as I expected. Considering how dangerous witches can be even when you have good armor. I mean, come on. Poison can get you even with good armor. You'd think there would be loot to compensate you for risking everything by going in here. Oh well. I can learn potions! I just realized. I can learn potions and I won't have to brew them again. That was actually super nice. Okay. Final door, everyone. Get ready. Actually, wait. There's still these chests. What is reactive? Enchanted book, that's actually decent. Let's see what it is though. Multi-jump 3, now that could be interesting. Okay, everyone. Yes! Just charge in! Just charge in and we got it. Okay. Oh, hi. It is done! I win! Hello, friend. Just for you. Oh no! I was hopeful. For a moment I was hopeful. But they don't have an EMC value. Oh. Hi. Honestly, I'm not sure this loot was necessarily worth it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it was bad, and I mean, I got a Wither Skeleton Skull out of it. But with the exception of the Wither Skeleton Skull, I mean, to be fair, there's a ton of spawners in here, which I can utilize once I can mine them. Also, I think I can see... No, that's not a cave, that's just a darker stone type. For a second, I was hopeful there as well. But yeah, that's a ton of spawners, and witches have some nice drops. They have glowstone, they have redstone. Why do I still hear zombies? Maybe they're on the surface? Yeah. Surface or on the upper floor. Did one sneak by me? No, they're definitely up above. Also, yoinking this, because I can learn that. Already took care of all the different carpet variants, so I don't need that. You know what? How about a bookshelf? Yep, haven't learned that yet. Okay, I do not think there's anything else I need down here. Tripwire hook? Yeah, of course I learned that already. I specifically crafted dispensers to learn those, so that's also fine. Okay, yeah, we're good. I cleared a dungeon! And I did it all without quote-unquote cheating. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like it was a particularly hard dungeon, but still. I've had this strange habit for a long time to just turn into a hostile mob whenever I explore. And I did not have to turn into a hostile mob today. Aren't you proud of me? I did it the legit way, the intended way. I have no idea what the gloom enchantment is either. Anyway, I think we did well. And by we, I mean I did well. Let's check. Yes! So that would imply that the potions are also properly added. And it's not like the enchanted books where it's, you know, you get a generic one that doesn't actually have anything. Alright, checking. Yes! Okay. Honestly, was it worth doing all that for a single wither skeleton skull and a bit of extra EMC value? Probably. Again, eventually I'm gonna be able to grab those spawners and do stuff. Channeling and multi-jump, huh? Okay. Wait. Did I? Yeah. Then let's put those books away. As well as my 21 experience. Wow. Definitely earned that. Should I plan for the waifu hotel project at this point? I'm not sure. I still can't believe that the dragon egg doesn't show up. Why is the dragon head listed here, but the dragon egg isn't? I don't understand. Actually, I do want to know how you craft this. Oh, it's actually very cheap to craft. You know what? I want to experiment, I've decided. Everyone, are you willing to run a little experiment with me? Actually, let me make two so I can put one right back in. Alright, let's run a little experiment. Once the warp stone has finished its cooldown. In the meantime, let me check on the trees again. Actually, I should be able to tell just from looking at the map. It doesn't look like they have grown. You know what? I have an idea. Maybe it's because they lack the space. Maybe they don't like having stuff at the corners here. That is entirely possible. So I'll move them up like this. There. Now I like the chances of them growing a little bit more. Okay. Experiment time. This is very important, okay? This is for science. Alright, I turned into a blaze randomly. I forgot. I hope you're all ready to witness this very important scientific experiment. Oh, but first I gotta take care of some phantoms again. That's what I get for doing this now. Slowly turning today. Where did the other one go? Oh, there you are. There we go. Got him. Do it already? Yes, yes, I just had to handle the phantoms for a moment. Well, you're drowning, so I don't care about you. You know what? I have found a different target. Don't you run away from me now. Oh, hey, it worked. So, hi. How was your day? Okay, now die, please, and thank you. I have done it. Smash. Understandable. I feel like you would blow up if you tried. I feel like you would die in the process. But would it be worth it? Probably, right? Might be worth it. Okay. I think we'll go wander a little bit longer. Which direction to go in now is the question. Do we cross? Do we cross the river? We could also try to go to that pillager outpost. I think we'll just cross the river and see where that takes us. Okay, tree. I'm pretty sure I already grabbed this wood type. Right, that's redwood? Yep. Let me double check. I mean, I have one of them. Yeah, okay, this is the one I already have. You gotta compare, you know? Ah, that gives you two small ones. Gotta actually find the large ones in a chest to get them. Let's see if we can find anything of interest around here. Probably not, let's face it, we've been through this biome before. So the likelihood of us finding something interesting here is very low. I guess... I mean, there was another portal down this way, so we could just check that out, see if there's some interesting stuff there. You never know. Where exactly was it? I think I saw another portal down here. Yeah, there it is. Just keep going straight and I'll find it. There we go. What do we have? Music disc, the Wild Hunt. Oh! Hunter and Gatherer and Iron Torch. That's 2 advancements I randomly got. Make a knife. To scavenge extra goods from plants and animals and make a knife. Iron Torch and Hunter. Are those 2 different ones? Huh. I assume one is from Farmer's Delight. Yeah, that's Hunter and Gatherer. Craft a knife. What's the other one then? Croptopia, maybe? Ah, Croptopia. Croptopia. Play the music disc right now. I will once I return to base. Just let me keep walking a little bit further. And then... Again, you see we're approaching the 3-hour mark anyway. I'll do it when I return to base. Ow. Yes, I will play the I promise. I promise I'll play the playlist. You know what, let's go to that village on the coast over here. And then I think at that village is where I'll take my rest stop for the time being. I'm sure the villagers will react nicely to me. To be fair, both villagers and iron golems don't have any problems with creepers, so we should be fine. We should absolutely be fine. Iron golems only attack zombies, skeletons, spiders, and I believe endermen, right? That should be... Well, and I guess the variations, like husks and cave spiders and stuff like that. We'll go around. We'll just go around. And again, we have track repeats like crazy. YouTube, why you playlist do be stupid? I have to figure out, if I do the waifu hotel, I have to figure out how I'm gonna bring stuff like the creeper waifu in there. Because I don't think I can put mob waifus into totems. So I have to figure out some other way to transport them in. Well, we'll get there when we get there. That's a nice cave. Actually, let me get a closer look at that. Is that a mine shaft as well? Oh, fun! We found a very good spot. That goes all the way down from surface level to deep slate and leads into a mine shaft. A golden lasso? I am not sure. Let me check. Well, doesn't look like it. Let's see if they have anything of value around here. Bells aren't actually that big of a deal anymore because I can now make them, actually. Even so, they give a lot of EMC, don't they? Yeah, I probably should take the bell. Just for the EMC value alone. Like, how much EMC is one bell again? Yeah, 14k for a single bell. It'd be stupid to not take them. Well, then again, I am stupid, so it wouldn't be entirely unheard of if I decided against taking one. Wow, creepers have trouble going through doors, huh? Very interesting. Alright, I did say I would set up camp here for the time being. Which means I'm gonna set my spawn point. That house didn't have a bed anyway, I think. How about here? Yeah, double door. Never mind. You really don't have a lot of beds to here, do you? Hang on. There we go. I'm in. There we go. Let's also get rid of the phantoms, shall we? Okay, no more phantoms to handle. Oh. Unnamed? Excuse me? I'm pretty sure that should still be called Temp, but... Okay, fair enough. Also, I just realized how fitting it would be that the Creeper would be wearing the leaf armor. Because of, you know, their whole camouflage theming and stuff. It makes perfect sense. Alright. Let's deposit what I have, and then we'll go and listen to that music disc. Do I have anything in the bag, or is that still empty? That is still empty. I didn't go too far. Right. Okay, then deposit what doesn't go in there in the appropriate chests. And also, when I'm in the kitchen, I might as well take some of the potions back, because we can learn them now. Haha. Let's see. Like an awkward potion, for example. Splash potion of poison, instant damage 2, normal instant damage, slowness potion to drink. Slowness splash potion. Instant damage 1 potion. Poison potion to drink. Weakness splash potion. Instant healing 2. Regen 2. Splash instant healing. Instant healing 1 I already have. Do I have a regen 1 potion anywhere? No. Okay, invisibility. Splash invisibility. Fire resistance, absolutely. Speed 2. Speed 1. Okay, that should be everything I have. Well, let's go and put that into the machine. Okay. Yeah, now I have a bunch of different options here. Okay. Wait, before the next track starts, let me stop you right there. I'll also restart the playlist after this anyway, because, yeah. Now let's go to our room. let's go to my favorite room and check out our new music disc. Imagine if it was. Interesting. Music discs now play ambient entirely everywhere? Wasn't it a... Didn't music discs normally have locational audio rather than global audio? Huh. Interesting. I forgot how natural these rooms turned out to, in the end. Very nice. Okay, it's done. Let me pull out the music disc and put it into storage. We do have a decent collection of music discs at this point, don't we? Slowly growing, slowly but surely. Also, I want to do something. I think I want to move this. Because I don't think I do want the particles going into the storage area and, the thingy. So I think I'll put it up there. So it doesn't show up in the storage area and library anymore. So it's isolated to the staircase, is what I'm saying. Anyway, music, right? How could I not? Okay. I guess we should start getting, start thinking about what to do from here on out, right? What should we do going forward? I mean, I guess we could also work towards this. Obtain a Valkyrie lance from the bronze dungeon. I mean, I could try going for these things. That's an option, I guess. I still haven't found a Fortress of the Undead. I haven't found a Fortress of the Undead yet, which would be interesting to find. That would be another page cleared. I also could start work on this. But I'm not even sure where I would start with it. Having a fighting... I am aware, I saw it in the Funkcast. I saw. Ah, that just reminds me I'm gonna be missing out on the Happy Ghast. Redirect a beacon's beam? I can direct the beam? Does that mean... Hang on. If I can direct the beam, does that mean the effect... Does the effect follow the beam? Like, could I direct the beam to go directly north, and then as long as I'm next to the beam, I will still get the beacon effect? That is interesting to think about. Kill a ghast or into a ghast, kill yourself, profit. Ah, yes. Okay, it belongs to the beacon, not the beam. Fair enough. Again, why are some achievement descriptions broken and others work? It's weird. Actually, you know what I should do? I'll come back to this. I'm gonna go back to the Twilight Forest real quick for two main reasons. One, I still need to grab my beacon. I kind of just left it in that area. So I'll grab that. And I also need to go to the big old final castle for a bit. That reminds me, I wanted to check something. Okay, they are also craftable. Good. Because, those of you who saw this screenshot on the Discord, you might have been able to tell that for some of the decor I used castle bricks. Don't worry, it's not part of the main structure. The walls and ceiling and floor are made of something else, so I won't have to grind that many materials. But since I am using the castle bricks for some of the decor, that means I need to at least grab a few of them. So I'll do that before I wrap up for the day. What the fuck? Will you keep going, please? Also, while I'm here, lily pads I can make. These things, however, I cannot. And they are very nice to put into some little water features. Again, you might have seen it in the screenshot. So I'm absolutely taking some of them. Oh hey, zombies. You dare attack a creeper? Rude. Okay, I have to travel a bit further because the beacon was near the southern wall specifically. Okay, should be somewhere. There it is. I've located the beacon. Ooh, that's a lot. Nice. Oh, there you are. No, don't worry, I see you. Okay, let's take care of this. There goes the beacon effect. Tragic. Yep, now it's gone. And come on. It honestly is insane how expensive it is to set up a beacon. Actually, that's not even the problem. It's not even the how expensive it is. The problem is the extra time effort just to set it up and tear it back down whenever you mine for a bit. But here's the thing, if you really spend a lot of time mining, it is still worth setting up the beacon and tearing it back down. I do think I saved more time by setting up this beacon than I would have if I just mined everything without the beacon. At least it feels like I saved time. Alright, checking. That's 164, right? Yep, 164. Now to get out of here. Okay, next stop, castle. Where was the closest one? Right, I'm right in between two of them. I think the one to the right is a little bit closer. So we're going this way. I'm honestly not sure if I do want to jump right into working on the Waifu Hotel project. Mainly because, again, partially that's because I am not sure if I trust myself to do a decent job. But also because I just finished a massive build project and I'm not sure how long this one will take. I'm still not sure how big it should even be. I'm not sure how big the lobby should be. I definitely think it should be very expansive, especially if I want to add a restaurant and everything to it. But that can be like more so off to the side. I guess it shouldn't be super big, but it should still have a decent size. Definitely a decent size. UFNF keybinds? Oh, what are you using now? What's your switch to? DFV? Hang on. DFV? V? Oh, no, down. Sorry, I'm stupid. I was gonna say down right. Yeah. I was gonna say V and greater than are pretty far apart. But no, that explains it. I'm just stupid. No big surprise. Okay, we're approaching the area. And likes the layout better? Fair enough. Random sapling, okay. Okay, running past this area. Actually, hang on, I do want to know something. Is there a sapling for the giant? No. Imagine if there was a sapling for the giant tree. That would be fun. The bots are getting more frequent again recently, huh? Insane. Here's the thing, I could just fly. But I keep saying that I should stop abusing that ability, so... how about instead... I make it unnecessarily difficult for myself. And slowly climb up this way. Oh, that's still quite a distance, isn't it? What broke? Ah, helmet. I have no reason to be doing it like this, by the way. I gain nothing from doing this. Absolutely nothing. And yet I'm doing it anyway. Whoops. Thanks for the leaves. I'm probably not helping myself by playing as a creeper, considering, again, I am apparently wider than a normal player model right now. Really? How? Oh, that one. Just a bit more. You know what? I really am doing this for nothing. I'm just gonna do it the simple way. Ow! And immediately hit my head for it. Alright, let's get to work. I'm not sure how many exactly I'm gonna need. It's probably better to just grab a few. Maybe let's grab a stack? I think a stack should be plenty, right? Or two. Two stacks is playing it extra safe. It won't be a big mining session like, you know, when we went for the dungeon bricks and all that. The maze bricks. But I still want to make sure we have plenty of material to work with. And you know what? I'll also grab some of the runes as well. Maybe like half a stack of the runes? I'm not sure. And then once this mining session is done, we return to base and we wrap things up. I think that sounds decent. Too bad the final boss isn't here to defend the castle as I tear it apart. I legit wonder if the final boss will ever be added at this point. Like, how long has the Twilight Forest mod been around? It's one of the OG mods. And the boss still wasn't added. They will never. But one can hope. And one can cope. Again, though, I am surprised the playlist didn't break a single time today. That is very surprising. I guess scrolling to the very bottom of the playlist right away did help. And having it still open in the other tab after scrolling all the way down. But I always had it open in the other tab because, well, that way I could easily reboot it. And you know what, while I'm here, I can mine the doors, right? I can. Well, again, don't mind if I do. You can definitely do some fancy stuff using these. And that, right there, this chiseled quartz block, is the block that I intend to use for the floor. So that's fitting. That just so happens to be in this castle too. So yeah, I'm gonna dismantle some doors, I guess. But again, I can make this stuff. Oh. I think I prefer mining some of it here. 1,000 each? 1,000 EMC each. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely mining it while I'm here. That block is actually more expensive than I thought it would be. Huh. I legit didn't think it would cost 1,000 EMC each for a block of quartz. At least I know the walls are gonna be cheap. At least I know the walls are gonna be cheap. I already checked, the walls cost 2 EMC per block. 2 EMC per block is more than affordable. So now you have inventory issues? True. True, true. Again, though, to get back to the topic of the final boss, right? The Twilight Forest is still getting updated. Like, it's getting ported to newer versions, and it's getting some quality of life additions. Like, apparently they added some new animations for when a boss dies. So they are not only updating to new versions, they are also adding new stuff, even if it's small things. So it's not like development for the mod stopped. So there is a chance. I just really wish the devs would prioritize working on finishing the mod, rather than adding small quality of life adjustments. Like, I know at this point there's high expectations for the final boss, and they want to take their time so they can be sure that when the final boss gets added, it lives up to the expectations. But, again, the longer they wait, the higher those expectations are gonna get. They're really not making it easier for themselves by drawing this out. Alright, a stack is probably enough. Let's grab some yellow runes too. I have half a stack of the blue ones, might as well grab half a stack of the yellow ones. As well, speak as Terraria bosses. Fair, fair. Wrong pickaxe. I was wondering why that took so long. Still not sure if I'm ever gonna do anything with the runes, but if I'm here farming blocks anyway, then I might as well grab some of these too. But to be fair, if I do ever end up needing them, chances are I might need more than half a stack and I'll have to come back here anyway, so... At least I'll have made things a little bit easier for myself by doing some stuff now. Sure would be nice if you could just convert these things into EMC. And I'm sure there is a way to do it, maybe with a data pack or something. There probably is a way to give these things an EMC value. If I had to guess. Again, let's think about this. We don't even know what the inside of this dungeon will be like, right? The entire dungeon here is empty. There are no enemies, no loot, no nothing. No decorations, no loot, no enemies. We don't know what this dungeon will be like, so it's hard to guess as to what the final boss might be like. Probably an add-on, maybe even config. But we do know a few things about the Twilight Forest, and that is all the different blocks that don't have a function yet. Let's see. Right. This stuff. There's a bunch of, like, void-themed stuff, like the Cube of Annihilation, Talisman of the Cube. Like, it's very void-themed, some of the stuff. And the Adherent spawn, the Adherent, I checked these out. All of this stuff seems very dark and void-themed, which contrasts nicely, I think, with the white exterior of the castle. Like, have this, like, black and white contrast with, like, pristine castle, very void-themed boss and enemies. That is like the only thing I can theorize using what is currently available in here. And I think it would make sense, right? And look, this turns into like void particles too when you right click it. Yeah, or taken over by a void or something. There's definitely a lot of options. But we'll only ever know if the mod actually gets its proper update. How do you even get up there? Anyway. Void like corrupted king, that would be very nice. Honestly, I would dig that, absolutely. Corrupted king. Ah, that's the way to get up. Wait. Blue castle door. Is this a purple castle door then? It is violet, sorry. Different door. Great, there's also these purple runes that I still can get. And I also think these fences, like when the stuff is finished and it has proper interior and everything, there probably won't be oak fences in here, I'm gonna assume. So you wait for Twilight Forest end boss. I think Silk Song is actually more likely to come out. We've been waiting for Twilight Forest end boss for much longer. Oh, and no door over here. Interesting. That tower is also higher than the others and has an interesting little gap there. Huh. Anyway, purple runes. And again, the fact that the final boss area has purple doors and purple runes, purple and black is kind of, as I said before, like a void color scheme. It makes sense, right? For it to be like a void themed boss. Why I know can break. But it's possible to get in there. Final Castle work in progress. Join our Discord server to follow development of the mod. Maybe I should just join the Discord server at some point. Get a better idea of how development is going. Or how development is not going. Well, that tower also seems kind of important. Don't really know how to get there right now, though. So I guess I'll do it the easy way. Is this breakable, unlike the purple stuff? Also, since it's glass of some kind. Yup, this is also unbreakable. So your end boss will be finished. Imagine. So there's two kinds of unbreakable blocks here. That's fun. I'm just gonna quickly fly around to see if there's any other, like, door types other than blue and purple. Or maybe a few more purple ones. I would kind of like that. Because I only have 18. Actually, hang on. Maybe the other tower that went a little bit higher. No. Weird. Wonder why this tower goes up higher than the others and doesn't have a door. Ah, there's another color. Okay, so the blue ones lead outside, violet leads to the final boss, and yellow leads inside. Interesting. So there is a pattern to these. And you know what? That also matches with the runes. You see a lot of the blue runes outside and a lot of the yellow runes inside. I think you were able to see some yellow runes out on the other side of that wall too. Probably just mirroring this design. So yellow is the inside color scheme, blue the outside one, and purple the boss one. Curious. Ah. That also has purple stuff. You know, this makes me think that in order to unlock the boss, because it's in the same tower, right? It's in the very same tower as the boss, and it also has these doors and unbreakable materials. So I think in order to get to the boss, you have to get something. I think this leads to an underground prison area, right? If I remember correctly. I think you probably have to get something from down here. Also, look at this. This stuff is durable, but not unbreakable. Like, let me check. Yeah. Look at this. You definitely need to get something from down here in order to get to the boss. I'm pretty sure. What if... You know what would be cool? Imagine this is just a giant prison where each of these cells holds where they hold random bosses. Like, you come down here and you see each cell just containing a random boss from the Twilight Forest. I think that would be interesting. So you either come down here and it's just an Easter egg if you find this boss prison, I'm just gonna call it, if my assumption is even correct, which it might not be. Or you have to come down here before you face the final boss. Not sure which it would be, but could be either one. Or neither. I don't know, I have no idea what they have planned with this. It's an interesting area, I just sure wish there was more to it than just looking interesting. And this seems to be the only one. Again, the way down here and this one cell that you can actually enter, they both have purple doors, just like the boss. Wait, no, that's pink. That's another color again. That's another color. There's a fourth color that is exclusive to this downstairs dungeon. Huh. And again, I think there's only one of the pink cells, right? Well, two technically. One where you come down with the stairs, and one more that's actually off to the side. And this is the only one that has a door. So there must be... Yeah, again, I stand by it. Each one of these cells is going to contain a random boss, and you have to come collect whatever's in here before you can face the final boss upstairs. That is my theory, as for what is planned. Or, imagine, even worse, or even more interesting, you could say, You come across this pristine white castle, and you can explore it, and then you go down here. Because the Twilight Forest can prevent you from breaking stuff. So everything here is just unbreakable when you come here the first time. And there's nothing up above, and you go down here, and you see this giant prison with all the different bosses. And then there's this cell that you can open, and it just contains the final boss. And then you release the final boss by opening the cell door. And then the entire castle transforms into from this pristine white form into some kind of dark, mysterious void form. And then you go to the top and fight the boss there. That would actually be really cool. Right? Right? We can agree? So you are the one who sets this evil free in the first place. And once you've set it free, you come up and then you have to fight your way through the now ruined castle. To get to the top, where you will then take the boss down. Equals beating wall of flesh. Turns the castle into hard mode. Honestly, I think that would be very fitting, though. I just hope and pray that it'll eventually be done. Eventually. And if it's another 5 or 10 years from now. I just really want to be able to see the end of this mod. Also, imagine how much of an incline in player base there will be if this mod gets finished suddenly. Like, everyone will be coming back to this mod. Like, oh my god, you can actually beat the mod now. This is interesting also. This tower is entirely empty, except for a random sign. Parkour Area 1 Unique Monster ? I like the fact that there's these death signs in here. How fun. Okay, also my theory might be a bit broken, because these are clearly yellow doors, and they lead to a bridge, which I thought would be the job of the blue ones. Playing it to no one playing it. Let's not jinx it. Oh my god, I'm actually getting close to 4 hours now. I should really wrap this up, shouldn't I? I really should be wrapping it up. Yeah, let's wrap it up. I think we collected enough materials. Plus my inventory is looking kind of full. Alright, return to base. Put everything away and then we're good. Okay, the iron. Quartz. then we'll grab a fishing rod and I'll do the AFK fishing again. You know what? Beacon goes here. Learned. Oh, right. And don't forget. Rod. I got my trusty rod. Oh! The first tree is done! But it's only one. By the time I'm done AFK fishing, like for tomorrow's stream, through all the time it takes to AFK fish, chances are, for tomorrow's stream, it'll be ready. And we can change the biomes. There we go. Playlist did a decent job today, actually, which is pleasantly surprising. So, how about we wrap things up and raid someone? Shall we raid Red Hoodie again? It's been a hot minute. You still have to show me something, I'm sure you do. I don't really want to look too long today. I don't want to look for too long today, so we'll just go for Hoodie. Why not? Okay, everyone. That's it from my end. I'll be back tomorrow doing more of this. Probably adding another performance enhancing mod. And yeah. We might actually get started on the Waifu Hotel after all. I'm a bit nervous about it. I am a bit nervous because I do want it to look good. But if I just keep being nervous and never get started, then it'll never get finished. So yeah. We'll do that. We'll try to get started on it next time. I've decided now. We'll see how I'll do. In any event, that's it from my side. Thank you so much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll see you around next time. Until then, have a good one and goodbye. And of course, if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, your support has also been greatly appreciated. And as per usual, I gotta say the usual thing of if you do want to check me out live in the future, because this series in all likelihood is still going on, then you can do so. All you have to check is the description down below. There's a link to my Twitch. I stream there every single Friday and Saturday, and sometimes other days of the week too, though that is a little bit more irregular. In any event, that's it from my end. Thank you so much for watching this, and again, maybe I'll see you around in the future. Until then, have a good one, and goodbye.